If my friend Albergo, I can find him, I'm going to try to give him a call again. I'll put the machine in pause, but I will remember to take it out of pause when I continue. So let me put the machine in pause, and then I'll give my friend a call and see if I can reach. Got a little something going on here right now. Okay, the prayer group said they're going. Okay, yeah, let's put the machine in pause, and I'll make a call and stay with us. We're back for a moment, and again we're on the corner of Liberty and Broadway, sort of around the perimeter of what's happening. We're with Albergo. Now, depending on when you hear this, I'm going to get this on fairly soon, probably in November. This is part two of a two-parter we're doing here at the Occupy Wall Street demonstrations, the protests going on now since September 17th. Our recording date today is October 5th. Albergo called me. Now, Al, if you know Shoeshine Chicken and Raccoon 2 and all that, I got to meet Al not far from here. I wound up at DMV to get my New York ID, and I had trouble with the supervisor back there. He didn't like the letter. He got to get me another letter. And Al was kind of standing on the sideline listening to this. And at the end, he kind of approached each other. He says, I like the idea that he was giving you the grief, but you were apologizing to him. So we wound up having a corn muffin, corn muffin and coffee, not far from here. And then since then, Al and I have become friends. And if I had walked into DMV that day, got everything squared away for an hour, we would be standing right here. And I went, Al, what is your connection to anything that's happening in New York? What is your connection here? This.
My connection here at the Wall Street protest is many different prongs to it. You know, I feel like, first of all, I feel like I'm reborn again, and I don't mean that in a religious sense. I just feel like this is something that's happening now that should have happened for many years. It took 40 years for this to happen that I know of, because I was back in the old days of Woodstock and protests during the war and about injustice back then, and so forth. And now all of a sudden, for years, people became lame and just went along with the program, and they started squawking and squeaking about how there's no jobs and times are tough and the food prices going up and the rents and this, and we've got to work 3 jobs just to survive, and they have no private life. So I said, well, do something about it. And I started passing the word a few years back. Let's try to fix it. And people didn't understand what I was talking about because they thought it was unfixable. Well, as you see and hear the crowds, this is fixable. And it's going to be fucking fixed. One way or the other, it's going to be fixed. The unions are coming down. We got over 3,500 personnel coming down from many unions right here. New Jersey, Philly, Connecticut. They're massing together at Federal Plaza. I just came from up there. And we had the TA transit workers. You had the school employees union, District 37, just across the board. You got the Homeless Coalition. There's so many groups that are coming down here in the next hour or two. You're not going to be able to stand on this sidewalk or the next block over.
And now you helped organize what's happening?
Well, I helped. I won't say I organized it. I just keep it organized.
Okay. So
I support the supporters. I'm a supporter myself, but I support the musicians, mainly the drummers. I make sure when they hit these drums and when the skins break, I go there with duct tape and I tape it up. I tape their fingers up when they start to get cuts. I'm volunteer security, safety. Anything I see that's not right or troubleshooting across the board is what I do. I greet people in. I make sure that everybody knows where there's food and water. And some people are shy, but if you hand them the candy bars and the plate of food, they'll eat it, but they're not going to get on the line to get it. So I tell them, save your money, don't go to McDonald's. There's plenty of food here. There's $2,800 worth of pizza being delivered every day at this location.
And it's coming from basically anonymous donors worldwide.
Anonymous and known restaurants too.
But they're
nobody happens. Hey, what's up, Al? How are you?
All right.
Come here. Where you been? You all right?
I'm all right. I'm going to take a walk now to City Hall. I think maybe they got a little thing going on at City Hall.
What do you got going?
Maybe union or police brutality complaint.
Yeah,
get rid of police commissioner or something.
Yeah, Ray Kelly, they're trying to dump him. But listen, the unions are on the way down here now.
Yeah, are they coming here? Or
yeah, they're coming in. They're coming down.
I'm going to walk over there quickly. I'll be back in 15 minutes.
All right, go straight up Broadway. I'll see you later, Al.
Are these guys walking, the union guys?
They're walking, yeah. These guys check in with me because they know I know the latest. You know what I mean?
So
they think I know the latest. I don't know everything.
Does
but I know
anybody
enough.
else here know that 3,500 people are coming to join them?
Probably not. I've been passing the word. No, they don't know because I visioned it myself. I mean, they get their emails, they got their streamlines live. Hey, where's Johnny? He didn't get here yet? You came from the march?
No, I'm looking for it.
The march is out in the field. They should be coming back any minute.
Down this way?
Yeah.
Okay, you starting to a drummer?
All right.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. Get a little drumming? A
Are
little
you drumming by yourself today?
I'll see if you can meet up with that.
Give me a war here. Give me a war chant.
I don't know.
How does you go? There you go.
Right. Okay, that's what's happening. And your name is?
Miles.
Miles. Okay, Miles. Okay, and Al's got his drumsticks now. And that's what's happening. A couple of drums. Folks, if you want to see Al Virgo, go on to YouTube and go on to Shoe Shine Chicken. Shoe Shine Chicken on YouTube. And Al is there in the opening scene, the clip of this film that's being produced now in Brooklyn. I guess in front of stages right now. And it's Al's story. And Shoe Shine Chicken was a shoe shine kid that was also a bully. And Al kind of grew up with him in Brooklyn. So it's based on a true guy. So that's what's happening now. We know that there are 3,500 union members heading down, marching down to join up at this demonstration. Let's pause the machine and wait for the marchers. Here we go. Well, listen to some music. Al is playing a harmonica right now, and folks, let me tell you something. There's wafting through the air every once in a while marijuana. So folks are walking around with joints. It's sort of like well, it's pretty much legal in New York City now. It's kind of decriminalized in places just with you. Don't be on it, but it's okay to carry it without being arrested now. So I see some folks walking around with joints, and so it's sort of like a mini Woodstock, an urban Woodstock here. That's what's going on here. And we're waiting for these union folks to come down. They'll be marching down Broadway from Federal Plaza, which is Federal Plaza is only about 7 blocks up. Yeah. It's about 7 blocks up. Yes. Okay, let's pause. Here we go. Just to give you an idea of the traffic pattern right now, it is about probably around 4:30. So do you have the time?
It's 10 to 5.
10 to 5, we're 20 minutes up. Well, Broadway, as I'm looking up beyond Liberty Street, heading up Broadway to where Federal Plaza is, the traffic is moving fairly easily. But when you come down here to Cedar and Broadway, they've got things stanchioned off, so they've narrowed Broadway to one lane. They've shut down the other 2 lanes. In the other lane, there's a lot of police vehicles here, patrol cars, and they've shut it down to 1 lane. So everything is feeding down from a 2-lane down to a 1 lane. So that's what's happening. They're being directed. So and that goes on. It looks like for at least a block. Beyond this block, it goes back to a regular traffic pattern. And along this block will come that 3,500 workers that Al Berger was talking about. And that's where they should be coming from, marching down. They're coming down by foot, as Al explained, and they're going to be coming down here in a little while. I'm looking at United New York Org. Are you part of the demonstration, or kind of helping out?
Yes.
Crowd control.
Yes.
Okay. What's your name and what's your
Well,
job?
well, my name is Andy King, and I am a union member, but I'm also a New Yorker, and I no longer can sit by and watch the poor continue to suffer while the rich keep just reaping millions and millions and millions of dollars. The way the system has been constructed, the way they've been just destroying the system, making themselves a lot more richer, and then while the rest of the country, because when Wall Street fell, all of America had a trickle-down effect. So we need to let them know that our voices are being heard out here today, that we are out here to protect the working man, to protect the working woman, and making sure that everyone who had the aspiration to live the American dream can do so, not just a few.
How do you feel it's going? Do you think they'll? I know that they'll listen.
Yes.
I know that right now the world is listening. And kind of, if you bring it down to pizza, and I hate to keep on going back to the folks, but there's pizzerias being called from places all around the world to deliver pizza to the demonstrators there. So this is having a worldwide, because the internet
Yes.
is a gift and a curse at the same time.
Yes, it is. Well,
So in this case, it's a gift. So the world is actually becoming involved in this.
and well, as you said, as Wall Street goes and flows, so does the rest of the world. So we need to make sure that Wall Street does right by the city that it's located in. In turn, it will be into doing right by the world that it's located in also.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we're moving along over here, and we're still waiting for that surprise contingency to come along and add their voices to this remarkable group of folks over here. Remarkable group of folks. I was going to say New Yorkers, but I would think that they're not just from New York. They're really folks from around the country, around the world, perhaps. Okay, I don't see anybody coming, so I'm going to pause and get back with Al and see if he's got a time update. Again, you're listening to New York City Visions. I'm your host, Herb Malsman. That's of course. Somebody's being perhaps not arrested, but cuffed right now. And of all things, they've got him up against the Liberty and Justice for All van with the Statue of Liberty, and they've cuffed him now. And I don't know what's happened there. And they dragged him across the street, and they're subdued now. They've got his hands on his back, and what they're doing, they're checking him and searching him. And we don't know what happened.
Am I being charged with a crime, officer? What am I being charged with?
What's your name?
My name is Dallas Pasola.
Dallas Pasola.
Dallas Pattola's name is, he was asking the officer who's being charged with the crime. It's a sergeant from IPD.
Sergeant Villaroni. Too late. Sergeant Villaroni here? Because you walked away from him. Come on.
Cop is right.
Come on. Turn around. Turn around and walk.
You can hear her turn around and walk. They're walking across right now. And they're taking him across. They're working across Broadway. And I think the gentleman said, am I being charged with something? Why are you doing this? Because you didn't stop, because you didn't listen. I think that's what was going on. He probably was doing something that they felt was disruptive, and they spoke to him, he wouldn't answer, so apparently that's what it sounds like, because she wouldn't listen. He wouldn't listen to us. And that's what, so we've seen one, I don't know if we caught any of this, but a sergeant and a patrolman, both were cuffing up against, and of all things, against the van, Liberty and Justice for All.
That's the irony.
The irony here is they secured him up against this van, and the license plate to this van is Love Now from Michigan. So it's Love Now from Michigan is the license, and that's amazing that the van they subdued him against was this van.
Well, you know what it is? They don't want to throw him on the floor, so they put him against the vehicle. It makes him it's a more dignified apprehension.
Right. Yeah, but look at the license plate, Love Now. It's out of Michigan.
It's very interesting. I don't know why they grabbed the guy, but people are going to be getting grabbed left and right for the stupidest little thing.
I heard the sergeant say because you didn't listen to us when we told you to do this. Something was going on over there and you disregarded them.
Yeah, probably so. You know what I mean?
Okay,
but you know, you're gonna. These are things that happen during protests and
these are the things that happen.
and disobedience or obedience, if you want to call it that. This is a live city here, New York City. There's all kinds of things going on. Maybe there could be more to the story that we even know. That's why.
Okay. I'm going to pause right now. We're still waiting for the folks to come down to Union. So
yeah, great.
I want to finish up with that. Okay, let's pause. Here we go. Just following up on what happened, the arrest. It turns out that the van, the Liberty and Justice for All, right now it's got it's parked at a fire hydrant. So it's illegally parked, and there are a couple of tickets on there. The vehicle's been issued a couple of parking violation tickets, and apparently, without giving his name, because I heard the name, one of the folks knows this gentleman. It turns out this may have been because he wouldn't move his vehicle, and that's what I had heard, because you didn't move when we told you to move. So apparently that was the confrontation there about perhaps moving the vehicle. So the vehicle that they put him up against, the peace, liberty, and justice for all, it's his vehicle. So that's how he winds up being at the vehicle. So that's the story. Let's pause it. I was just hanging out at the perimeter, and I saw this. It was
Papier mache.
Papier mache.
Paper mache. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
I'm a Seinfeld guy. Papier mache. And it says, "Screw you, Alabama." Explain this. And what is your name?
I'm Melanie Hamlet. It's Dora the Explorer, the pinata, and Alabama just passed the most racist immigration law the country's seen yet. So, people like Dora can't go to kids can't go to school without proof of their documentation and whatever. And, it's just. Sorry, I'm not really formulating my sentences very well, but anyway, it's racist. It's the most racist thing ever. How would you like to get stopped on the street because of the color of your skin and say, "Show me your papers"? It's ridiculous.
So in Alabama, children can't enroll in school unless they prove where they're from.
Yeah, and they just literally, I think it was yesterday or in the last week, just did this, and 2,000 immigrants have fled because they're terrified of getting deported because they're trying to find illegal immigrants through their kids. So now they're not sending their kids to school, and they're just terrified for their livelihoods. And the funny thing is, it's going to hurt Alabama's economy because they rely on that labor for harvesting season, and now they just lost 2,000 people.
And when you say 2 days ago, you're actually talking October 3rd, 2011, because it's October 5th. So when was the law passed?
I don't want to say anything not right. So all I know is that it's been in the works for a while. It got a lot of. Yesterday, I think the judge. It went to the courts, and the judge was like, "No, we should pass this," because I think people were like, "What? This is crazy," Anyway, it's in the works, and nothing's finalized, but it's well on its way to becoming it's like a precedent. All the states are starting to do that. Arizona was first, and then Georgia did something crazy, and now Alabama is up the ante to even.
Arizona as well.
Yeah, Arizona.
Have you come here to? How long have you been coming to the demonstration? Is this new for you?
Well, I don't live in the city. I had to come down here on a bus. I had to pay $40 to be here today because I'm passionate about it. I'm living in my truck up in New Paltz.
New Paltz?
Yeah. But I've come down. I'm going to come down here every time I'm in the city. I'm going to come down here and support all these people because they're fighting for 99%, and I want to show my support. So
you're living in a truck in New Paltz?
Yeah.
But took the bus down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's $45 to park your car here.
And how long are you in town for?
Just today. I'm going to go back up, and then I'll probably come. I want to sleep down here one night with these folks because it's people just trying to raise awareness. People who are kind of hit their limit, and just being here shows them hey, we believe in what you're doing. I'm not in a place where I can stay down here and march every day or anything like that, but just coming down here and.
This has become a demonstration all encompassing. It takes in "Screw you, Alabama," and it takes in different, war protesters. It started out occupying Wall Street, but it's become a melting pot.
Right.
For all protests and all.
Well, it's just when I was a history major in college, and one of the things I realized is that when one thing gets brought up, people start realizing, well, there's a lot of stuff that needs fixed. And everyone in the media keeps wanting everyone to say, well, form one goal, but it's not about one thing. It's basically, if it's about anything, it's about greed. And greed touches all areas of our lives. I mean, that's why we take it out on immigrants. No one's questioning the corporations that are moving all the jobs overseas, or the fact that the wages are so low that middle class Americans aren't going to take those jobs or whatever. Like, it all comes down to money. I'm here more for the environment because that's my passion, and the fact that I don't have health insurance and can't get it, and have been uninsured for 10 years and still paying off a $25,000 surgery that the insurance company screwed me over on. There's a lot of issues but that all comes down to money. It all comes down to money. You know?
Did you create this?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's actually papier-mâché stuck on top of a baby doll's body.
You mean papier-mâché?
I don't know how I'm saying it wrong, but...
Isn't it P-A-P-I-E-R, papier-mâché?
I don't know. I'm sure, I think it's a French word or zipper. But in America, I say it papier-mâché. What's that?
What's your name?
Melanie.
Melanie.
Yeah.
Nice name.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll work for money. What happened? Okay. We'll work for money. Let's.
Over the last 5 days that I've been here, and I've talked to some of the coupons.
We're walking around, heading towards Broadway now on Liberty, and there's a tour bus, double-decker. Folks, you know about double-deckers in the UK. They're all standing up, taking pictures with their camera phones and smartphones, and capturing all this, what's going on over here. And of course, this is the main thoroughfare for sightseeing buses coming down, and they're all taking photos of this really historic event, this worldwide, world-renowned historic event that's possible. I just checked with Al and a couple of folks. The Union marchers should be heading down here soon. They're coming from Foley Square, and that's if you watch Law and Order and any of those shows, when you see them coming down the big courtroom, the courthouse steps, they're coming down. That's the Foley Square area. That's the main courthouse, and so that's about the area where they're coming from. These Union marchers, they're coming from Foley Square. So that's what's happening. And so we're waiting to see if we see these marches come down, and then that's where we'll close this part 2 of our look at Wall Street. It's on October 5th, 2011. We're here. It's about 5:45 right now in the evening, and we're here to speak to people at the Occupy Wall Street demonstrations. Let's pause.
One picture of the 1% and on you go.
We have a group here, austerity for you, prosperity for us. Okay. The billionaires have come out in strength. Are you a billionaire?
Indeed. I am certainly a billionaire.
Are you a billionaire?
I can't disclose, but I would put a multi in front of that. Yes.
A multi?
Yes.
We're
here, we're billionaires. We own you. Get used to it and move along.
A billionaire. Well, this guy, a smart billionaire.
Keep moving. Keep shopping.
Is there any other kind, sir?
What?
Is there another kind of billionaire?
That's right. And the final billionaire. How many billions would you say you have?
Oh, well, there's 354 billionaires in the United States, so that makes us the 0.0001%.
Oh, so you guys have come out in strength and numbers.
Yes, we are. There's 10% of us.
Numbers. And our numbers are in our bank account.
0.001%. That's a pretty strong number.
That's where our power is.
Yes. Okay, so that's what you do. You've got the jewels happening, the whole thing. Is that champagne?
It was, but they have terrible party planners here. No more champagne.
It's too bad.
And there was no caviar.
And I know you folks don't eat pizza.
There's no champagne, there's no caviar to be had here. Move along.
So everybody's decked out, tuxes, and
keep moving.
So Occupy this, billionaires.
Back to paying your taxes, people.
Okay, so the billionaires have
Go
shown
back to paying our bonuses.
And these guys are giving the other point of view. That's what's going on.
That's right.
The billionaires.
We are the oppressed minority. We are only 0.001%.
Guys, can you not block the sidewalk, please?
If that's not a minority, what is?
You're right. There you go. Okay, so we've met the minority now, and the minority is us. Nice tie, by the way. I like it.
The invisible hand.
The invisible hand. Okay, so the plutocrats reoccupy Wall Street. Please return to civility. Okay, thanks, billionaires.
And thank you for paying our tax.
Thank
Guys,
you.
let's
You're
not block
welcome.
the sidewalk, please.
Thank you. Okay, the billionaires. Let me see if I can. I may have lost my buddy who's heading for McDonald's.
Spend more money.
A corporate McDonald's corporate, by the way. Let's pause and see if I can find Al. I'll be looking for his cap. Let's pause. Oh, by the way, I think they may not have been billionaires, by the way, but they're looking pretty good. But I don't think they're billionaires. So a little tongue-in-cheek happening over there. Let's pause. We're outside on Broadway between Cortlandt Street and Liberty Street right now. When we're looking to our left, we can see the Broadway edge of the park that they're in, Liberty Park. And on the right, as we're looking at traffic coming down. A couple of police vehicles. The police over here are moving the separators, I guess, to take away a lane. And I'm going to say that the lane that they're building set up right now has some signs coming along, love, solidarity. It could be, and I see some more vehicles. I see some police light type vehicles coming from the Foley Square area, which is not too far from here, probably about 6 blocks. The marches may be coming now. The marches may be coming now, and so that's why the police have been given a heads up that the marches are on the way. So I would imagine what they're going to be doing is they're going to be filtering them down into the one lane. And so I'm going to say the union, that 3,500 people, they're on their way. They're close to reaching the spot right now. So that's what's going on. The police are on alert. And I would say that that's what's going on, that this is going to be the walking lane. They're going to isolate it to this one lane. The walkers coming in that. Well, I kind of think that's what's going on. They put all the stanchions in place, the separators in place. I'm looking for the word for this. Police lines. Okay, I'm going to go to police. Hi! Got the police lines. Okay. Yeah? Okay. Okay. Let's pause and see if a lot of police action coming down from the Foley Square area. Red lights. And I would imagine that they are the escorts. The police escorts for the marches. It's getting very windy. It tends to get kind of windy down here. I see some helicopters up ahead, up above, covering these. Police helicopters, or police helicopters. Okay, that's what's going on, and I think I see. I'm going to try to block the wind if I can with this bag. I think I see the folks coming now. Are these the marches coming down now? Yeah, the marches are coming down now. And I'll try to keep us out of the wind as much as I can. And the marches are coming down. We'll report the marches coming down, about 3,500 strong, and then that's where we'll shut down. That's